Lay out all received packages near an open area. You should have a total of 3 boxes. Check for a white sticker on each package. This sticker will show a box number along with item details. Let's start with unpackaging each box. Box number 1 contains 1 phone mount, 1 CPU backplate, a SMARTfit envelope of instruction manuals, 1 CPU, 1 power cord, 3 strike noodles, 1 2-pound air-filled medicine ball, and 2 small plastic bags of tools to adjust the CPU backplate. Box number 2 contains a SMARTfit mini panel. Place the panel inside one of the cardboard pieces in the same way it was received. Remove items from box number 3. Place all items onto an area that will eliminate the chance of damaging the floor. In this video, we used a moving blanket. This box contains a right and left post, a lower and upper support piece, 2 panel railing, and a small box of tools. The box of tools contains brake system hardware, a Phillips screwdriver, concrete screws, wood screws, 1 black bag to store tools, 1 hex screwdriver, 1 5/32 size T-handle, and 1 8/32 size T-handle. Install the top and bottom support pieces first. Remove the 2 screws near the bottom of the right and left post. These 2 screws are located just underneath the right and left post stickers. Grab the bottom support section and attach it with the screws and washers. Tighten the screws, then back them off 1.5 turns. This will assist you in lining up the parts in the next step. Remove 2 screws near the top of the right and left post. These screws are located just above the right and left post stickers. Grab the top support section and attach it with the screws and washers. Then back it off 1.5 turns. This will assist you in lining up the parts in the next step. Stand the frame assembly up and place it against the plywood. Make sure a second or third person is helping during this step. Use a leveling tool to make sure all sides of the frame assembly are straight and even. Mark 3 holes with a pen or pencil on the right and left post. There should be a total of 6 holes. Place the frame assembly back on the floor. Use our wood drill bit to pre-drill a hole into the marked areas. Now retrieve your drill extension and wood screws from the plastic bag of tools. Before drilling in your screws, make sure to use a level to confirm that the frame is straight. Secure the frame assembly by attaching the wood screws through all 6 holes of the frame. Remove the top support piece first, then remove the bottom support piece. Before you install the mini panel, loosen the 8 remaining linear shaft screws on each side of the frame assembly. There should be a grand total of 16 linear shaft screws, including the additional 8 screws that were attaching the top and bottom support pieces to the right and left posts. Retrieve the mini panel and lay it flat near the frame assembly. Make sure the end of the mini panel and the wire casing coming out of it lay furthest away from the frame assembly. Then retrieve one of the linear shafts and carefully place them through one side of the linear bearings. The shaft should stick out precisely 2 inches from the bottom of the mini panel. Make sure to use measuring tape to confirm the shaft is sticking out 2 inches from the panel. Place the brake knobs into the center bearing and tighten them fully, so that the railing is secured. Two people are needed to install the panel to the frame rails. Lift the panel up so the mini logo is facing the upright position. Then place the bottom of the railing on the lower stop of the frame assembly. Align and center the railing against the frame assembly. Then attach the top 4 screws through the railing and onto the right and left post. Loosen each screw 1.5 turns. This will assist you in lining up the parts in the next step. There should be a total of 4 screws attached at this time. Continue to secure the exposed screw holes located here. Then back them off 1.5 turns. There should now be a total of 4 more screws securing the mini panel onto the frame assembly. Disengage the brake knobs by loosening them on both sides of the mini panel. Then move the panel at the highest position and re-engage the brake knobs. Make sure the bottom of the railing remains aligned with the center of the frame assembly. Secure the remaining 8 screws through the shaft, then back them off 1.5 turns. Retrieve the hex screwdriver. Remove both screws at the bottom of the mini panel. Locate the spring hub attached to the right and left post. Use both hands to bring this piece towards the bottom of the mini panel so that it lays over the screw hole. Use one hand to secure the spring hub while you secure the spring hub with the screw that we removed earlier. Repeat this process on the second spring hub. Now disengage the brake knobs on both ends of the mini panel. Slide the panel up and down the shafts. This will align the shafts well. Tighten all 16 linear shaft screws that we loosened earlier. Remove the 2 screws on the left side of the frame. Retrieve the CPU backplate and attach it to the frame. Now remove the knob from the back of the CPU. Place the CPU on the backplate, then reattach the knob onto the CPU. Retrieve the power cord from box number 1. Attach the power box onto the Velcro on the CPU backplate. Locate the target wire attached to the mini panel. Feed it through the first and second zip tie locations. Do not tighten the zip ties at this time. Feed the wire casing through the third zip tie, then through a small hole on the post. Plug in the target wire to the top insertion point on the CPU. Locate the wire casing around the power cord that is attached to the power hub. Feed both the power cord and target wire casing through both zip tie locations shown here. Continue to feed the power cord through the remaining zip tie along the side of the right post. Plug the power cord into a wall outlet and make sure to clean up any spare wire. In this video, we bundled up the remaining wire with the last zip tie and used conduit wire casing along the wall. Locate the power cord and plug it into your CPU. Bundle up the remaining wire from the power cord and secure it with the last zip tie. Now revisit each zip tie location while making sure they're all tight. Then cut the extra part of the zip tie. Now flip the CPU switch to the on position. Your CPU and targets will light up at this time. Retrieve the box phone extension and remove both items. First, unravel the long extension, then unscrew the open knob from the back of the phone mount. Place the rounded end of the extension through the open knob and into the open space of the phone mount. Secure the items by retightening the open knob onto the phone mount. Loosen the clamping end of the extension, then secure the phone mount onto the extension of the CPU backplate. Secure your cell phone onto the phone mount, then log in and connect to your CPU. If further assistance is needed, please contact our customer service line at 1-800-900-8542. Enter extension 116.